Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Happy No Fear podcast. I'm your host, Chase, and as always, we're recording from my studio in Los Angeles. On this week's episode, we have a very special guest. He is a fantastic photographer and an overall great guy, and also super funny. So, without further ado, I give to you Lionel Deluy. We are live and direct. We do the intro before. And then we go right into conversation. So you, Lionel, you were telling me before.
Yeah.
Johnny Rotten, you were with him. It went from disco to punk rock overnight.
One day I was I used to love this band, because I'm from the 70s. And I used to dance disco was a music, It was disco. Everything was disco. Disco was really cool because it was positive,
Right.
Everything was positive, Good time, Everything, it was nice, positive, and everything. And one day, one morning, we didn't have Instagram, computer, and all the stuff, And one day, I listened on the radio, like Sex Pistol, God Save the Queen, And
out of the blue, it shows up.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck is this? Sorry, I can say F. What the F is this?
You can curse for sure. The new energy of that, like fuck everything.
No, I mean, imagine from disco, from a Sex Pistol,
That's a big.
Now it's not a big deal, but at the time it was huge. It was what the fuck happened here? And I went to the place, so you buy disc, I buy the disc and everything, I play record store, play. And when I moved to LA, I said, one day I won one of the guy I have a pocket, how you say bucket list?
Bucket list.
And I say one of them, it was Johnny Rotten, the singer of Sex Pistols, because
he's the energy. Yeah,
it's iconic. First, he was the singer. Second, he was the one who write all the songs, everything, all the. And the occasion come, and my agent called me, say, Lionel, you want to shoot Johnny Rotten? I said, yeah. Okay, but it was for a beautiful magazine in Australia, who was named, I don't remember, but it was one of the coolest magazine ever, like beautiful paper, big size and everything, and people was so cool. And they told me, okay, we're gonna work on this, and it took like 3 or 4 months of negotiation, because his manager live in Texas, but he live here in Venice Beach.
Yeah. I heard he was living over here now.
Yeah, he live
for a while already.
Yeah, Venice Beach and Pacific Palisade. He has to
go back and
Malibu.
Forth.
He had 2 houses, just a
PCH.
PCS up and down. And it took time and everything. And they said, okay, we got it, but you need to you need to send a limousine. You need to rent a limousine. You need to do that. You need to do this. And I say, wow, it's a lot for, because we didn't have budget, it was like a
editorial thing, maybe.
Yeah,
or story,
a 0 plus 0,
Right, yeah.
And say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take my Chevy, I have an old Chevy truck, I put my dog inside. I say, fuck it. And I go with my Chevy.
Yeah, so no limousine.
No, fuck it.
You pick up the guy yourself.
It's Johnny Rotten.
And that's a punk rock move, actually.
Yeah, it's Johnny Rotten. When am I going to go with a limousine, Well, it doesn't make any sense. My Chevy is my dog and everything. And I find this house close to the water and everything. Went down, I parked the truck. My dog went out, and she went on the grass of one house, and she started to make a poo. And he opened the door when she was making the biggest poo ever.
The what?
The biggest piece of shit.
Oh, the longest poo ever. Yeah, it's a new.
And he opened the door when she was making her poo in his grass.
He's like, where's the limo, mate?
Anyway, yeah, and no limo and everything, and my dog making a big shit on his grass, I say, I'm dead. We don't have a shoot anymore.
That's right.
We
He's
don't
gonna
have
cancel right now.
a shoot. There's
not my dog.
nothing anymore. And I say, oh, I'm so sorry. He said, oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And the guy was so cool,
Yeah.
such amazing. He come on a truck. He doesn't give a shit
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
limousine
yeah,
and everything. He just say, stop somewhere. We buy some beer.
Right.
I buy some beer, and it was supposed to be an hour shoot, and he spends the day in my house. And
Man, great experience.
And it was something amazing, and I give you a gift and everything, etc.
Yeah. And that's the way. That's the way. Because if you showed up with a limousine, then all of a sudden he knows he has so much control over everything, and maybe he's going to be blocked off. He's not going to give you his real version.
Usually you need to listen what they say, the manager, because you don't want to fuck up,
Right, exactly.
But I said Johnny Rotten with limousine, and I say, fuck it,
I'm just going to go grab.
This doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah.
Like a limousine for Johnny Rotten. It's Johnny Rotten, the Sex Pistols.
This is something. This is the world never saw.
But it's still Johnny Rotten,
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what,
he's
still 100% British, like punk rock and everything. It's in his blood, It was nothing. It was like that,
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, and that sometimes that must be tricky because all the people you shoot, it's like some incredible artists, some incredible talents, the best of the best, actually. You photographed and worked with. It must be you must be some sort of a wizard to make sure, because if they're not relaxed, if they don't, of course they're pros, right? They're used to like media photos, everything, but I noticed in your photographs, there's always something that you had access to. You get an access to something that maybe they don't show other people, like a vulnerability or an intensity, sometimes an anger, something, right? Is that something that was always in you from when you first started shooting, or did you develop a technique? Did you learn? Like, is it your personality? Like, how do you make people at ease?
I don't have any technique.
No technique.
I'm really bad in technique.
Yeah.
You give me a camera, a kid, gonna show me how the camera work.
Yeah.
I'm really bad.
Yeah.
But I know my lights. I know to see if a good light or bad light. And I've been shooting so many years. It's my life. It's like tomorrow they say, "Oh, you cannot paint anymore. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go in your bed and you're gonna."
Never wake up.
Never wake up. It's the same for me. My wife say, if you don't have a camera a week, you get depressed,
Yeah. I'm the same way, yeah. I have to make stuff because otherwise I'm like you.
It's
The
your life.
depression kicks in.
Yeah.
Like I'm useless. I have no purpose here. Nothing.
Me the same. I need, as long as I have the camera in my hands, I'm going to be laughing or smiling.
Yeah.
If you remove me the camera, and it's since I can remember, because where I was born, it was really, really small, and we have only news one magazine a month.
Yeah, you grew up outside of Marseille?
Yeah, like a small village with them, L'Anson-Provence. It's really, really small, 2,000-3,000 people.
Unbelievable, yeah.
But we didn't have nothing, no TV. Yeah, it was 2 channels in France, It was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Antenne 1,
Antenne 2.
and
Those are the 2 channels.
And after,
I remember the jingle.
And after we have FR3, it was a third channel, And but when I was dreaming about a photographer and a fashion photographer, there was nothing to give me an idea about it, because I was just dreaming about it. First, I love women. Second, I don't know why. I don't know, because I didn't have any photographer in my town. We have a newspaper.
And there was no fashion magazine?
No, it was nothing.
No.
I mean, it was all in my head.
Wow.
Photography?
Yeah, and fashion photography. Like...
and this is, you're 10 years old, 11, 12, 13?
I was like, because I find out all notebook from class. I was drawing photo camera.
No shit.
And I was 9
Unbelievable.
years old, 10 years old.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know, I guess it's a gift, And
What was the feeling in your mind you saw that you can give ultimate worship, respect to make, to shoot these women, to make them look beautiful? This is a good feeling to give. Was that the feeling, or what was the feeling?
No, not at all. It's I was going to say something interesting, but I forget.
No worries.
No,
We'll find it. We'll find it later.
I used to buy one magazine. The name is Photo. It's French Photo.
Mhm.
A month. It was the only contacts I have with photography when I was a kid, and the one who take care of this magazine since the 70s. It was all my inspiration. When I was buying, it was all my inspiration was coming from it. And all the cover, most of the time, was shoots in LA.
Shoots in LA.
Or Venice or LA.
Yeah.
It was a photographer from Haiti, like who was shooting in Venice, with flash and a lot of color and the beach and the palm tree and everything. The palm tree and everything. And it was beautiful. All my life, my dream was to live in LA, in Venice Beach.
Unbelievable, man.
And to be a photographer. It was just my dream.
That's bananas.
Your life worked out pretty well, huh?
No, it is funny because, you always stress about everything, And one day I was in my studio in Venice a few years ago, and I was shooting some stuff. I said, fuck.
I did it.
Yeah. From my little village, Now it's more easy because you have a connection with all the...
Yeah.
You can connect. Okay, I want to leave to LA. How can I go? Can I assist you? But at the time, it was nothing.
Back then, it's the phone book and the people you met personally.
Yeah, it was nothing.
There's no fax. There's nothing. Fax, no email. There's nothing.
No, it was no fax.
But fax was a miracle already.
Yeah, after fax, it was.
So then you're so isolated, but it's you and your dream. And then, what are you gonna do? So what did you do? How did you make it?
It took time.
Yeah? Did you go to academy, photo school or anything?
No, I didn't go to any school.
You self-taught also?
I was ADD. And
in France, they called it ADD already?
No, at the time they
did not know.
No, they say I was an idiot.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
What?
And they put some special class,
No,
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Wow. They didn't know what to do. This is crazy.
No, because I couldn't spend an hour in a room.
Wow.
I couldn't...
Like sit down and
nothing. I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't. And it was not my fault. After now, we know what is this,
But at the time, that shit hurts, man.
No, at the time,
Jesus,
you are like...
I'm wrong. There's something missing.
No, just...
Or fuck you.
Whatever, and they put you on a class for... But... I knew nothing was wrong with me. I was just wrong, maybe born at the wrong time, and they didn't know all this stuff, and now it's different. But it took a long time. I went to Paris. I live in Paris. I work for many years, something I really don't like to do.
Which was?
Every day, whatever. Every day I was working. I used to work in clothing, I used to buy, and it was all this year before I was a photographer, is working in clothing.
Like buying for a store or something.
Yeah, working in a store, but cool stuff, but it was not my stuff.
Right.
My dream was to be a photographer. Yeah. But how I was going to start, it was a problem, and I started... I was starting to be older, 25, 26.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to do. So I put money on the side. And one day I said to my boss, I'm leaving. And all my friends, everything, I say, you're crazy. Because I was doing good money and everything. Nice life, nice car, nice apartment.
Paris, good life is nice.
Yeah, it's difficult to, you need to have. Everything they say. But the day I say I'm stopping to my boss, and he gave me the money, blah 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 blah, and I have a lot of money in my two pockets and my jean pocket. I'm always gonna remember. And I went to the Halles in Paris. It's a place in Paris. I sit at the table. I ask for lemonade.
Mhm.
It was the best day of my life because I was free.
Wow. Yeah. No more chain.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I was free, and it was time for me. I took the decision. I have money on the side,
That's nice.
and now I was going to be a photographer. And it's all while for this.
And then in while you were working the fashion business stuff there, the job you didn't like, were you already shooting on the weekend at night or not yet?
No, I always shoot.
Yeah.
All my friend, you know,
Right.
every people call me,
Right.
make me TV, you know,
Right.
everyone.
And you were shooting.
I was a photographer for everyone, around me, you know, but nothing was pro, you know.
Yeah.
But when I was working in my job who I didn't like, on my way to my house, I used to have a scooter in Paris, you know, because you cannot drive, it's too busy, you know. And on my way to drive was a more famous studio, Daylight Studio.
Yeah.
It's they have 8 studios, and they used to have the biggest photographer every day, you know, and Mario Tostino, all these guys was there, you know.
He pinched my ass one night, Mario Tostino.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a different story.
Shout out to Mario.
Shout out maybe to Mario Tostino. Go for it.
He's a nice guy.
He's nice. He's a Filou.
Yeah. And every day I used to stop. It was a reception. And 5 minutes, 10 minutes speaking to the people.
So the photographers that worked there give reception to the people?
No. It was, it's a big studio. There are 8 or 9 or 10 studio.
Yeah.
And you have a big board, and every day you have the name of the photographer in the studio they're going to be. And you have a lot of assistants, studio assistants, go to help the photographer on a studio 5, studio 1.
Right.
Or you can be shooting with Mario Tostino, all the big photographer. It was like a dream. But every day I used to stop and start getting more friend. And every time I say, I clean everything for free. I do it for free. And they say, no. And one say, okay.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah.
I was 28 years old.
Yeah.
And I was painting all the big
cyclorama, which is Infinity. Infinity set.
I was out of the studio the last, and in the morning in studio the first, because I was preparing the coffee. I was going to buy the croissant. I was preparing the studio and everything. And it was every day was a different studio. Only to do that, and nobody was talking to me.
Yeah.
Nobody talked to you. You are invisible, you know.
Yeah.
And the assistant or photographers, they were all younger than me.
Yeah. So they look down also.
They used to give me honor, and I just swallow and just shut up and just.
But you knew you wanted to be there around the energy, around the shoots, around the talent.
And every day I start to. It was magical every day, because I used to have the best photographer in the world in front of me.
Yeah.
Doing our magic with a top model, with everything, you know, the best makeup artist, the best stylist, the best photographer, the best model, the best everything.
Yeah.
And it was here. It was on my drive from my small village, you know. It was here. And one day they say, "Oh, you want to assist this photographer?" I say, "Yeah, I want to."
Yeah.
And it start until the day one of the photographers say, "Hey, you want to be my first assistant?" And I went with him, and we traveled a lot. He was always traveling, and I was traveling a lot with him. It was really cool. And I say, "Fuck it, you know. I need to start." I was 30 years old.
Yeah. And this is what year is this roughly?
I don't know.
80s?
I don't want to say.
Okay, we won't say.
Last month.
The 50.
30. This was back in the 30s. This is before running water.
No, we didn't have digital camera.
No, I know. Because that was a big thing that happened, I think 2004, 3. All of a sudden you have digital back, right?
Little before. Yeah, it was, at the beginning it was like
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was crazy. But before we get there,
Mm.
because this is now way down.
Mm.
So you're still in Paris. You got into the photo studio. It's already a dream location.
It took me a long time to get in.
Yeah. Like long time meaning
Every
2
day
years,
I was
3 years?
stopping for my job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
you do extra after the job,
no. I was working. We used to close at 8:00 at night,
right?
and I was stopping. And I was saying hi to the guy if the studio was not, every day, every weekend I used to go, just to be here, to show myself. Close, and after you become like
familiar.
You're like,
oh, we know Lionel.
He's a good guy. They show my what he's doing. I don't know.
But he's got good energy. Good energy. He doesn't pick a fight. You're there with optimism, and people like that. Enthusiasm is very important, I think.
And from there, one year I did a big contest with all the assistants, and we were sponsored by Profoto, etc. And all the assistants, they went to Profoto Paris and make Broncolor Paris, and there was many photographers, many assistants. And they give us the same camera to all of them, and you could use what you were from Broncolor,
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to go. He was some photographer. He was like a big staff, and it was a big night, and there was some photographer with judge and everything for judge the best pictures.
Everyone uses the same material, and then they judge.
And after they make like
a printout or
no, we make our print and everything. We give to the studio, and one night, the 25th of January, it was a big night, with food and everything, and a lot of people coming, and photographer, and they judge the picture, and the first prize was winning like $10,000 in stuff and everything, and they still calling me to come, and I didn't want to come.
You didn't want to do it?
No, I did it.
Oh,
but I didn't want to go to the night,
to see the results.
No, I didn't give a shit, I say, whatever, and come. I say, okay, I come. And I come with a friend and everything, and we couldn't see my picture. I was sitting on a corner. I couldn't see my picture. And it was all the picture and everything. And they say, and the winner is this picture. And every people look at me. I say, Lionel, come.
You're the winner.
What? My first, I say, okay. And it give me confidence, and everything stuff.
Because before that moment, maybe, I'm shooting around. Everyone's good. Wow, where am I?
No.
You knew already?
No, I knew already.
You had some particular voice.
I knew I was cool. Not cool, but I knew it was my stuff. It was my life.
Yeah.
I understand everything. When I was in the studio, everything was normal for me.
Yeah. And so you win this now. All of a sudden, you get little wings.
Yeah.
And the wings start growing.
No. I just after what I did, I went to Mexico. When Mexico was really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
Really, really. How you say?
You just wanted to go shoot.
Yeah. Really, really like pollution. How you say pollution?
Smog pollution?
Smog,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's big smog problem.
Yeah, crazy. It was like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Was crazy. You couldn't see some day like 2 meters,
Would
3
be
meters.
cool to shoot maybe. But
low,
it's
you
not
couldn't
fog.
see nothing.
It's only
you
from the airplane.
Breathe, you couldn't do anything.
Everything's gray filtered.
No, it was... Yeah, it was
I did a shoot.
It was a brown filter.
I did a shoot in Mexico. You want to see it? It's just a color brown. Oh, it's nice. Well, what is it of? Well, it's a mariachi band. I can't see it.
It was all the way. We never see the blue sky in Mexico at this time. But when you used to go out to Tepoztlan and everything, as soon as you go out of this big hall, because Mexico is on a hall, and you get out from the smog and you see all the smog inside this hall, and you were blue sky outside. It was amazing. Oh, wow. But I spent two years in Mexico.
So you lived there for a while.
2 years, and I really, really want to learn how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I shoot with the biggest magazine. I did the first, second, and third cover Harper's Bazaar. Harper's Bazaar, When they just opened, I did the first free cover.
Yeah.
And etc. And I was really busy, and I was working a lot.
Because now you're doing it. Now you're okay.
And sometimes I used to go to the kiosk where they sell magazine. It was like 8, 9 cover of me, and everything.
This is
but I was not doing money. It was just.
Yeah.
I spent 6 months in Tulum 25 years ago. It was nobody, no hotel, nothing.
Yeah. It wasn't popular yet.
No, it was nobody. A small village, some fishermen.
Right.
And I was sleeping on a hammock of the fisherman.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing, nobody.
Yeah.
I never went since because I know now there is hotel everywhere.
Yeah, now
I don't want to have the. I have just my good memory of.
Yeah, of what it was.
Yeah, and just fishermen and a small village of nice people. But.
And then you were in Mexico?
Yeah, I spent 2 years in Mexico. I say, if I make a mistake, I'm going to make it in Mexico.
Yeah. It's a little bit away from everything. It's still great market.
No, at the time
like
it was...
or was developing market?
No, it was nothing because it was... I don't say it was nothing because I have all the respect for Mexico.
Yeah.
And one Mexico gave me, because I have a lot of good memory in Mexico. I have a lot of good time because there's a lot of good people in Mexico.
Right.
It's a beautiful country, you need to be careful. Don't bring your gold Rolex, in the street, but
bring the silver Rolex.
Yeah. But just, it's pretty cool. And from there, I met someone in Tulum, and he was from South Africa, a really rich guy. And he said, come to South Africa. I have a big company, I have this and everything. I know everyone, I connect you and everything. You can stay in one of my studio. You can do whatever you want. I say, okay, I take a plane to Los Angeles, and Los Angeles to... I don't remember, it was not direct to Cape Town, but I don't remember. And I stopped at Los Angeles for 2 days.
And that was first time LA now?
No, it was not the first time.
The first time? Oh, no. Not the first time?
No, it was not the first time.
You came already, yeah.
Yeah. The first time I come to LA, I stay a week, and I went to an agency. It was like 2 or 3 model agency. I think it was Nina Blanchard, and I met someone who I become friend with. His name is Philippe. And he said, Lionel, you have a beautiful girl in town. She's amazing. She's a daughter of John Voight. If you want to shoot her,
guess who it was?
You can have whatever. I say, I love to. And I look at, she was beautiful and everything. I say, she was underage. She was 17. I couldn't do.
Wow. And that was Angelina Jolie.
It was Angelina Jolie.
So the bathroom, the legendary bathroom photos you took of Angelina, was that time?
I did one shoot.
Unbelievable.
I was not here for shoot. I was just... And he just say... And I say yes, and she
was just the daughter of some actor. I mean, not some actor, great actor.
I have a beautiful girl. She's a daughter of John Voight. She doesn't say it.
She has no name yet.
No,
she didn't do anything.
No.
Yet. Wow, that's a nice.
Just before 2 years before Gia.
Yeah,
3 years.
Amazing movie.
Unbelievable.
But she was.
And that shoot was her apartment?
No. It was. I think it was stylist apartment.
Yeah, it looks like it's around like West Hollywood apartment with the tile.
It's Melrose and Orange.
That's what I felt. It's around there somewhere. The little tile,
Yeah,
Melrose
30s,
the deco apartment, Yeah.
Melrose and Orange.
Yeah. But she was on fire.
Yeah, and I didn't ask to room the clothes.
Yeah.
But she has her vision of the shoot. She
knew exactly.
She makes the shoot. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I just put a light and Polaroid, and I was shooting with a film and Polaroid. I did a lot of Polaroid, and the image was. And when I start to live in Mexico, she become to be famous, and Vogue ask me some picture of her for make, and I give the best picture of her to Vogue.
Yeah.
And I never get the picture back.
You told me that, yeah.
Never.
They never returned. And back in those days, you had to give slides, no? With slides in those days. You had to mail the slides.
All the
no
best
email.
picture disappear.
So Mexico Vogue has the
maybe
original.
they still have them. If you hear me, Mexico Vogue.
Yeah,
but
you can email at fuckyou@fuckyou.com.
25 years ago, you know. And but I still have this Polaroid, you know, and I drum scan it.
Drum scan is super high res.
Is the one I use, you know, the one with the cigarette.
No, but they are I've shown over the years, like there's always a few things that I show when somehow you come up in my mind of photography or something, and I share your work with people. It's always that shoot, you know, the Angelina bathroom shoot. Then there's the Gary Oldman. I think it was for the book LA. It was the cover. It was a small, interesting magazine. But
black,
the
really
black.
Dark,
That's
really dark.
Unbelievable. And then of course the David Lynch portrait, which is like, wow, you're looking. There's planets you're allowed to look into in that portrait.
No, it's really important for me to. And now actually it's funny because I prefer to shoot men.
Yeah. And why?
I love to shoot color men too.
Yeah.
Because for photography,
it registers
color,
better.
No, in black and white is so beautiful.
Yeah. The tones,
and even
tones.
color and everything. But in black and white is so beautiful. And all men, you know, like no Photoshop, also imperfection, everything.
You see the life on the face. Yeah. The character.
No Photoshop, nothing. Just
Like just that, get it in the camera and get it. Yeah.
But
it's a story. A portrait is, when you do it well, and I think you're obviously super great at it. I mean, it tells a story of a life, you know. And I like when you come in like 3/4, and it's literally like almost a headshot, but it's not a headshot. It's a portrait into the person, into the life, and it's a narrative almost.
I come in and we don't know each other, you know, and I speak about.
He's talking to a Sean Molman.
When I come into the studio here, and I feel this energy, you know, it's such a good energy. Is why I say hi, and after I give you a good because it's.
I felt great, by the way. Thank you.
It was a secret, you know. But no, when I'm on a studio, I give a chair and I have the same chair, same level, and I sit at the same level, and I really close a meter from the person.
Yeah, so like 3 feet.
And I start to speak.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, and look at the eyes. No, look inside the eyes, you know.
To see how they're feeling.
Yeah, and we speak, and I start to take my camera. You need to have the connection. If you don't, it's not. You cannot have someone beautiful. The beauty is like it's here, you know. It's inside, it's you know. It's all the energy and all. And if you don't try to stall this moment from these people, like from what. Because a lot of photographers shoot with big lens, you know, they
far
go
away,
like 10 meters ago, you know, because they say it's better.
And then it feels like a performance rather than an intimate moment because of the distance.
No, you know, every people are technique, you know, but I need to touch the person. I need to put my hand on the shoulder. I need to have a connection. I need to feel something, you know. But there is some muscle.
Right.
I don't want to say the name, you know.
Yeah.
But in general, everything
It goes well, yeah.
You go well, yeah.
Is there anyone ever that's like, hey, this is too, I don't want to reveal that much. I know what you're doing here. Don't do that to me. Or is that never really the case?
No, there is some people I cannot do it.
Yeah, or you don't feel like doing it because you're not interested or
No,
something.
It's not. It's all about energy, you know.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't do nothing magic because there is one light. It's just energy, you know. I guess there's a picture of I did of Katie Bates.
Yeah, with a knife. I saw.
She's with a knife, like from the movie.
Kathy Bates.
Movie. What's the name?
Throw Mama Off the Train.
No.
Was there a classic one that she came out with that? And then later she did many also good work.
She won an Oscar from this movie. Wait, one second.
Misery.
Misery, that's right. Yeah.
And I love this movie. At one moment, she go in a bedroom and she has a knife and she has this, you be the bad boy.
That was a great movie.
And I have this feature. When I see Katie Bates, I know everyone gonna ask the same stuff to her. And she say, I want to get away from this movie. I want to have new job. She didn't say anything to me, but I knew before I asked her.
You can already predict it's
and I will understand the time.
Right.
But I ask her. I say, I don't remember if I call her Katie or Mrs. Bates or Madame Bates. I don't remember. And she said, no. Alors, he was like, no.
Yeah.
And an hour do pass, and I say, please. She say, okay, Frenchie. And I show her a picture. I grab a picture from the movie. And I show her exactly the eyes and everything what I want and the knife. And
difficult to get to on command.
And she went and she nailed it.
And she did, yeah.
Wow. And I look at her and she went like that. And I said,
yeah. That access.
Clack. Free shot, I got the picture.
Wow. Because normally, like, it's a build-up. You got to prepare. Actors have to prepare. They got to go in that zone. But she had access like that. And clack, she gave it.
She's a monster.
She's a pro.
She's a pro.
A super pro. Yeah.
That's and amazing. She gave me all this comment, these eyes, this emptiness and everything, and the knife and everything. I say, whoa.
Click.
No, just click. Just free picture.
Wow.
Thank you so
much. You knew you had it 3 slow
Thank
photos,
you so much. I don't remember who I shoot her for. I don't remember all the pictures. The only picture I remember is the one with the knife, the one I really want with her, because she was so strong, her eyes and everything, so much like.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they shoot photographs and they're maybe too technically aware. And earlier you said, well, the technique, I just know my lights. And they get so, like it's an emotional still frame is a photograph, right?
It's...
Somehow you're shooting that, you're registering. I can't speak English anymore. How do you say it?
I understand.
Registering? Yeah? Is that how you say it? Sounds funny, registering. You're registering, that sounds funny, that emotion, that feeling in that moment, right? But we can take a photo now, there could be no emotion, right?
No, you need to click at the perfect second. It's not second. It's 1/200 of a
picosecond.
1/800 of a second.
Nanosecond.
It's just clack.
Yeah.
And I know I got it.
Yeah.
I just know. It's why I don't shoot a lot, because when I shoot, some people shoot for 2 hours all day on. I shoot sometimes 5 pictures for staff.
I love
it. Yeah. I got the picture. What I'm going to do? I'm going to shoot 1 hour.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, let's not shoot 5,000 more pictures. No. For safety, you got it. That's it. 5 pictures. That's the shoot. And everyone's happy. You don't have to be there 6 hours.
No, some people are scared. I say, oh, you say, I got it. What am I going to do? No, I got it. And you feel it, it's like it's such an emotion and everything. Yeah. It's so cool. But it's difficult to find the person who can give you that, because now I just want to shoot person who are really, really, really strong.
Yeah. Like who's on the list still that you haven't, because you've shot everyone, it feels like.
I don't shot everyone.
There's a lot of people.
But I have like kind of muse, like Gary Oldman, I love Gary, it's just, I ask him to do, it's amazing, it's just crazy what
you shot with him already
time.
15 years ago, and now 4 or 5, every 3-4 years you shoot again.
I try, we are always in contact.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it's a good time, I say, Gary, let's do pictures.
Let's have some fun.
Because he's a really good photographer, Gary,
Yeah.
Really good. He's a really good artist.
Yeah. I saw his film, Nil by Mouth. I think he directed it.
Yeah, he's a really good director too.
Very interesting perspective on things. Yeah.
director. It's multi-talented,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everything he's doing perfectly.
Yeah.
Alors, when you have a guy like Gary, Gary Oldman, the front of the camera, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. You
It's
can mold.
magic. You can ask to be a bad guy, a good guy, to give the war size. There is a movie, I don't know if you remember, it's with Luc Besson. What's the name? It was Zorg in the movie. The Six Elements?
The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element, remember? With
Mila Jovovich.
Bruce
Willis.
And he was the bad guy.
He was the bad guy. Yeah. Great performance.
Zorg. I want. There is one shoot of him in a movie, or he's so mad, his eyes start to move like that, and he was
Flickering
so crazy. The movie was okay. It was popular, but it was.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember liking it a lot.
And it was not his best, but his stuff, and you ask him to do the same, and he do it.
Access.
It's amazing. Alors, when you can have access to a person like that, it's amazing. But after, you don't want to do anything because it's difficult to. Would you? And I love to shoot Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. Marilyn Manson, yeah.
Because Marilyn Manson, it's first. He's a really good photographer. He's a really good painter. I mean, he know video, he know photography, he know really well, I mean, you cannot fuck with a guy like that,
No.
And he know exactly what you're doing,
They're co-creators rather than subject, right? You can have a subject, okay, that's fine. But when you're co-creating with technically your subject.
Actually with Gary and him, it's always like what we can do, just you work with some stuff, some idea and everything, And
these are great collaborators, and the work shows it. It's alive. It's iconic. Those photographs they're not just cool photograph. No, these are iconic images.
And after now he's finding people who because I don't have like you're a painter, you're a street artist. You're you have a lot of talent, but you work. You're working all the time. We see Chase everywhere, every street, everywhere in the world. There is a wall with Chase. There is a door with Chase. There is a billboard with Chase. There is a building with your paint. Everywhere in the world. You say, how is doing the guy? Everywhere. It's incredible. Me, I don't shoot sometimes for a while, and I don't have a lot of because I'm not interesting.
Right. I understand, and that's something I thought about also, because we have a few parallels in our life. We're from the same part of the world. We had some struggle to get here, to stay here. We talked about that, and also from the outside looking in, it seemed like, wow, Lionel is shooting everything. He's shooting everyone, everywhere, all the time. All these covers, all these. Stuff like in syndication, probably artwork, everything. And the same appears to be like that with me. And then yet, the interesting thing is that you and me were always unemployed. We do the thing, then we are back to unemployed. That's interesting.
Yeah. And for being honest, I'm still looking for the perfect picture.
Right.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
I know I can do something. I don't want to lose time to do. I used to shoot every day, doing stuff and everything. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. You want to be more selective.
No, it's not. I don't want to be but I'm older first. I have less energy and everything. I mean, it's like if I shoot every day for do stuff
that doesn't inspire you.
Inspire me.
Right. So how are you managing that? Are you now creating projects rather than responding to brands or magazines with ideas?
No, everything changed. It's not.
It's different now, isn't it?
Picture photography disappear.
That's what I was going to ask you also, because now everyone has a very decent, not the best, but decent camera in the pocket.
No, every people has an iPhone.
And everyone thinks they're a photographer. And for the purpose that they're shooting, Instagram, all the stuff, most of the time it's not bad.
Every people has
portrait
an iPhone.
Portrait mode in iPhone, not bad. It's like 50 millimeter vibe a little bit. But what is lost, What is lost?
I don't know. There is so much information right now.
Right.
So much.
Right.
Yeah.
There is so much picture every day. So much Instagram, million of picture.
Every
like
day.
so much. How these kids, I don't know how they can process all this. I need to cut myself sometimes from everything,
Because it becomes data overload.
Yeah, I never go to Facebook. Never.
Yeah.
I have 2 accounts. I go once. Just my family send some messenger.
Yeah. I'm the same. I almost never go Facebook.
I don't want to know all the backstory and everything.
Yeah.
Instagram, I have an Instagram, but I'm not like making a picture every day.
Yeah.
I don't make nothing personal. I prefer to have my private life,
Yeah.
But I see guys who
show too much
every day. No, there is some really, really talented photographer today because it's so more easy to showing your talents.
Right.
In my period, we used to say you need 10 years to start to be a photographer because you be a stagiaire, an assistant.
Yeah.
And after an assistant, you was trying to start your career.
Yeah.
But it was taking minimum 10 years at the time.
Yeah.
Now you can take 5 minutes in nice picture on Instagram.
Yeah. And there's new categories that popped up also. There's, like the lifestyle stuff. There's the bad lifestyle stuff. There's the I don't give a fuck. There's a whole section there. I would say probably the beginnings of that was probably, I don't know too much about it, but like after, let's say, Larry Clark and the film Kids, there was this sort of like documentary vibe that became cool, and then other photographers joined in on that, less polished, less production, just in the moment.
Yeah.
That the reality lifestyle stuff. And everyone can sort of do that if you have cool friends.
It's all the same,
But it's all the same.
But it would be nice to go on a future because if you're in 1961 or 62, when the Beatles come to America, they have the same haircut.
Yeah.
And all America all the group after has the same haircut and the same style of music,
Yeah.
And right now we are all, you just glued to something, And right now every people shoot with the same, or except the big photographer,
Right.
There is some really talented photographer on Instagram. Really, 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 really talented photographer who doesn't have access, but like really talented photographer because you can see a lot of people. And after there is the rest. And it's funny. I have a story. I have someone I know. I don't want to give his name, but if you hear me, you know who you are.
We'll protect him.
He start to photography and puts his stuff in Instagram, and with iPhone. And after he start with old camera, film camera, and he used to buy film, but who are dead, from 10 years ago, like old film,
Yeah. On the roll.
Yeah, the film you put on the camera, 36 millimeter, but all one, like you don't know when you...
It hasn't been in the fridge in 10 years.
Yes, no, the one who never been in the fridge or like... And you find like 1,000 in eBay, and when you develop this film, you have some mistake, because discoloration, everything, and sometimes it makes a magic image.
It's nice. Coffee stain, whatever, it's in there.
Yeah, it's magic, and it makes a magic picture. And he shoot like a few years like that, and everything was looking so beautiful in this Instagram, and it was amazing. He did his website, and it was like, whoa! And he gets the best photographer on agency in the world call him, and they say, we want to represent you. The number one agency. He never did a job in his life.
That's crazy. That's unbelievable.
Never have a job in his life.
It's a rocky story.
Wait. They, okay, no. You go to New York and everything. They say, okay, this. Or they say, you need to shoot digital. It say, oh, I don't know how to shoot digital. Because it never shoot digital.
Wow.
Right. And he said, we don't care. And you need to do this. Okay. And what he did, he got a camera. It was brought from a friend, one camera, no backup, nothing, for a job with the biggest agency in the world. I don't want to say name, but they know who they are. And he went to the shoots, and he has only one card. And he
memory card.
Like one memory. You don't take one, you take 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to have a backup for everything. It's a job. You need to have backup assistants. People who help you and everything.
The card can go corrupt. Who knows?
No. And the problem, he didn't have any space on the camera.
Oh my God! These are my family photos. The birth of my son.
Half of the shoot, he didn't have a space in one card. No. Alors, he changed. He didn't know what. He put in everything in small JPEG.
Oh my God!
And he shoot everything all the low
DPI
in small JPEG with the oldest digital camera.
Jesus!
And he give everything to the client, to the agency. The agency called them like crazy. Where's the RAW? And he said, "What is RAW?" I said, "Okay, you're fired."
Yeah. Too soon.
No, it's people don't understand how it's difficult sometimes to have when you do a big job.
It's something else.
Yeah, because you have people. You need
production.
There is money, and you need to. You have pressure. You have a publicity agency. You have a stylist, makeup, a lot. Sometimes I can have.
But I like his style that he said, "Yes, I will do."
But
I know, but it's stupid a little bit. But it's yes, it's good energy.
Yeah.
But then yes, and then I have a half a memory stick,
and good too.
And then I don't know what to do here, and then
I put in small JPEG.
Oh la la, small JPEG.
You cannot do nothing. The client say, "Where's the RAW?"
Yeah.
And he didn't know what's the RAW.
And what happened? The rep
dropped him. They say bye, adios.
But it's also the rep should be a little bit more careful.
No, because when you see this work on his website, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So guy,
so they already assumed he was there.
No, sure, because he's beautiful. Everything makes sense. He's beautiful. It's a really good job. But the guy shoots with old camera, and
expired.
Expired film. Everything is weird,
Yeah.
When a client say, "I want this," how are you gonna do?
But you're gonna have to do in Photoshop. Is the only way. No. Or you cannot even do.
No.
I mean, you can kind of do overlays, this and that. No, you can't. Not that. You're not gonna get the same thing.
They want,
but that's also a problem.
They want this because it's different.
Right.
But it was an accident,
Yeah. So he could have just shot a lot of expired rolls on the shoot, and then maybe you got lucky.
The client want digital.
Yeah, of course.
Because now you work Monday, they want a picture Monday.
Yeah, same day.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi transfer to. Yeah.
They want right now before.
Oh, I see. That's why you can't just take film. They want you to upload it.
I know they want right now. They want a picture now.
They want to look. Yeah. So most clients, I think, also in my experience, maybe it's the same. I can assume with yours. If you don't put the boundary, right? They will come all the way close inside your underwear and tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah. You no boundary.
No, there is something really, really important in photography, in like every job. You need to be sure about you. You need to be strong.
Yeah.
You need to have big shoulder.
Right. Big shoulder, yeah.
And you cannot make an error. Because if you make an error in a shoot, you are dead.
Yeah, because they're
gonna see it and they're gonna control of the photo shoot. And when you lose control, it's finished.
Yeah, because then the art is gone.
No, because they're gonna say the clients gonna say, "Oh, what happened? Okay, I want this," and
they love it so they can take all the control.
Yeah, they take the control. You lose the control, and you cannot do that. You cannot do that, and lot of like young photographer, like all these people who doesn't know, all the hard life, to be on behind, make big job, Sometimes it's a lot of pressure, lot. I have some set with 100 people.
Yeah, that's a lot
on a
of
set.
People.
If you messed up with 100 people on the set, imagine how much money.
Yeah.
And you've Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's a minimum 150 grand a day just for everyone to be
Oh,
there.
it's a lot
Yeah,
of money.
and then all that stuff. Yeah.
Lot of money.
So you slowly got into that, and so let's
Yeah.
go back now.
Mm.
So you're in Mexico because this is very interesting. I
Mhm.
love because in the end, we're talking about immigrant mentality at the
Mm.
same time of art mentality,
Mm.
right? Art was very important always, and then now you're getting closer. You're going to like let's say a secondary market, Mexico,
Mm.
right? Like you
At
said,
the time,
at
it
the
was
ti-
second.
at the time.
Now it's not second.
Yeah.
Now it's they
Shouts
are
out
well
to
established
all
now.
of Mexico.
Love you, Mexico.
Love you, Mexico.
Fuck the law.
Viva Mexico.
Yeah. Hey, ¿dónde es la biblioteca? Hola, Coca-Cola.
Chilango francés.
Ay, ay, ay.
Tu cuerpo, mi cuerpo. And and so that's a really good move
Yeah.
because was your eye was always because of the cover of the photo magazine, right?
No, but I was not.
Was LA always sort of like saying, "Hey, come here
No,
whenever
I
you
was
can?"
first when I moved to Mexico. It was a different time. Now it's not the same.
Right.
I was French and I was a photographer. It was a big deal.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not. It was one French photographer who
Right.
was in Mexico since 40 years. You know.
Right.
And I was like fresh, young,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
French photographers. They say, "Oh, alors they all want to
Yeah.
work with me," you know.
Yeah, and it's true.
And they give me. I got some people who are so generous with me and so good. And I did some really good job in Mexico. I did some really great job, you know. But when they give me the first cover of Harper's Bazaar, you know, it's
a big deal.
Everyone want to shoot for this
Of
now.
course, a big deal.
I did the number 1, 2, and 3, you know, and I was for 2 of them. I was in Tulum when nobody was there.
Yeah. How did you discover this place?
One of my friend Mexican, she used to love to go to Quintana Roo, you know, like Playa del Carmen. No, the other one, and she find out about Tulum about one photographer, a Mexican photographer, really famous, named Enrique Covarrubias. We used to have like. He used to cross-process his picture and everything was so nice. It was in film, you know, it was amazing. It was always blue water, like everything.
Cross-process was something that
like,
it was very desired to do at one point.
Yeah, when the first people finds a way to cross-process an
beautiful
image,
look.
you can look online now, cross-process a film. It was amazing because it was giving you... Everything was more blue, more contrasty, more beautiful.
And then some red smears coming through.
It was amazing. And this guy was Mexican, New Mexico, and he went to shoot to Tulum. But it was nothing. And what he doing, I met him too. He used to have still, I think so, the house of Pablo Escobar. And the house was all in cement, but it was totally every people stole everything, you know.
Yeah.
But the bed was a cement. The table was in cement.
Shit.
I mean, it was only the house with nothing, but the house was all this. And we used to go on a roof and paint the wall with painter, and it was a beautiful light. It was the only light with electricity in Tulum on the back. Yeah.
Okay.
But nobody knew it.
Yeah.
Nobody knew it. Now I'm sure it's a museum. I don't know. I don't know what it is now.
So the light, it was the only electrical power in Tulum was there?
No. Yeah,
or the light,
or the
light looked electric.
No. It's the light in Tulum is magic. It's just magic.
Right.
Alors, like a guy from Badulescu who used to cross-process in this place, it was magic. And people in France, and when he used to do a French photo, and what is this? It was raining in France, and you see this beautiful girl on a beach with all this color, blue sky, and so beautiful. It was so refreshing and everything. But I found out about Tulum because my best friend in Mexico, and when I was there, she was working with Enrique Badulescu, this photographer who used to go to Tulum sometime, for make photo, but it was nothing at the time.
Yeah.
Nothing. And we decide to spend a few months in Mexico, and we took a van, a Vocho, like a minivan, a whole one, and we crossed from Mexico City to Tulum, all the Mexico, in a Vocho. But it was a war in Chiapas. And you need, they say, don't go, it's too dangerous. I say, oh, fuck it, and we went. And
like between the states or narco already? It was narco still.
Yeah. But we didn't know.
Yeah.
But in Playa
all of a sudden you're there. No.
In Playa del Carmen and Tulum, there was lot of drug.
Yeah.
But we didn't know.
Yeah.
Because there was nobody.
Right.
But what's happened? It's Pablo Escobar used to have this house here because he used to fly his plane really low to
under the radar.
Yeah, and trash the coke in Tulum and Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
And what was going in the water was dead. He's a fisherman who used to find this. But it was 20, 50, 100 kilo, cocaine,
Yeah.
But cocaine with salt. And it was a mangrove, place so you cannot walk. And it was the people from the village who used to find, Or if you used to ask to smoke hashish or something to smoke at the time, it was nothing to smoke. They were all saying, coca. I say, what's the problem in this village? It was a village,
it's a rowdy village.
I
can't get a cigarette.
And they say, coca.
Hey, can I get a seltzer water? Coca.
What? It was so weird. So weird. Because they were finding this by 100 kilo,
Yeah. Well, it's a different time.
Oh yeah,
and now it's like a spiritual retreat a little bit. Oh, the Tulum, I do my yoga, everything.
I used to spend a month $20.
Yeah.
Because I used to be the fish who they bring it,
Yeah.
I used to eat the fish, and
fresh caught from
I was sleeping on a hammock.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
And there was nobody.
Yeah.
Even the ruin from Tulum, there was nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
No tourists, nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Virgin. One of those virgin playas. Yeah.
But I've never been since at all.
And so then you spent some time there, and then at one point,
there was when I was in Tulum.
Yeah.
One morning, someone come to tell you the news. The economy crumbled totally in Mexico. It was in I don't remember, many years ago, and in 1 second was no job anymore.
Yeah, just crashed the whole thing.
It was a huge crisis, and the pesos went. It was 1 peso for $1, an example.
Yeah.
But after it went. It was a disaster in one day. But we were still in Tulum. I say, okay, fuck it. I'm still in Tulum. And I think when I went back to Mexico, it was like all the job was cut. It was like so difficult. I say, okay, and I get robbed. Some who are on taxi, and they I say when.
Someone they
we were on a
it wasn't
taxi
a taxi
with my friend, and they put a gun in my head. They say
it wasn't a real taxi. It was a stick up.
Yeah, and they almost kill us. I say okay, adios Mexico.
Yeah,
and
bad vibes.
I went to Los Angeles to go to South America, and I stayed in Los Angeles. You know what? I used to. 25 years ago, I used to love the smell of Los Angeles.
And when you get at LAX, you drop, there's a little bit warm in the air, and there's a smell.
Yes, there's a smell.
I remember that
like
too.
In Miami too, like a long time ago, not now anymore.
Not now, It's a different atmosphere.
Yeah. And for me, it was like, wow.
Yeah, me too. I remember that.
Wow. And everything was so relaxed.
Yeah.
Was no traffic.
Yeah.
It was like cool, you know.
Yeah.
It was the only problem I
It was
didn't have my
suave.
paper.
Yeah, me neither. It was suave. It was suave.
Yeah, it was
you,
cool.
You land in LAX, right?
Mm.
It's only in LAX, maybe
Mm.
Miami a little bit too,
Mm.
but different, more human.
Miami too.
But you land LAX. I was here
Mm.
17 with one suitcase, and I feel
Mm.
it's just
It was something.
It's like gelatine in the air.
Yeah. But
right?
it was real America, you know. It was American
weird.
car, and I
Bad
used to have a humongous car, you know, like was crazy. I find the biggest
Like
car
a Buick
I can
or
find
something.
Because all the American movie, you know, it was a huge
Oh,
inspiration for
we're
me.
talking those classics, yeah.
Yeah, classic,
Yeah,
1970,
So both.
1972 Lincoln Continental, you know.
With the big hoods too.
Oh, the hood was so long. It was like 7.2 liter, you know. From to my house in Silver Lake to Venice and come back, it was $25 off.
Yeah.
When the dollar was 19 cents.
When it was cheap,
less than $1 a gallon.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it was America.
Yeah.
You know, it was smelling like America.
It's something.
People were smiling.
Yeah. Can-do spirit.
If you are feeling like if you really want, you can do something, you know.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah. And I think a lot of this is gone. The energy is different. There's too much people.
Yeah. It is really weird because you got here in 1995?
I got here in 1994.
I got here in 1995, September.
Yeah, August 1994.
I was August 1995.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain, but the food was crap.
But it was cool because
it was cool.
The only place you can eat was Mexican restaurant.
That's
you
pretty
know,
much
it was a good one. You know,
but really, like LA's come a long way with food.
Oh my God,
there was no bread.
It was nothing.
Bread is it's from the time of the Bible. There's bread.
Yeah.
Here, there's no bread. Wonder bread. Ooey.
Yeah, it was nothing. No good food.
I can't believe
that wasn't the culture.
It was nothing.
It was nothing.
Nothing.
And it was pretty disappointing in a lot of ways. But in a lot of other ways, it's like there's palm trees. I'm already on vacation.
Yeah.
I guess I live here now.
Venice Beach was really bad.
It was super bad.
It was really bad. But
it was crack deals everywhere.
I used to go every day, lay down on the walk side, you know, on the boardwalk, you know, and it was not like it is right now.
But even right now, it's still not good. But back then, it was really not good.
Yeah,
it's a lot better.
Yeah.
But
now Venice, like I know you have that love for Venice. Me too.
Many years, yeah. I spent like 15 years in Venice.
Yeah.
I mean, Venice has been a really big part of my life. Yeah.
It's super big. Me too.
And it's funny because it's not. You know, every people has a mentor in your life. You know, and when I was 18, from the small village, there was no job. All the kid was, you know, it was nothing to do. You know, etc., etc. And one of the more cool guy in the town, we used to have bar, restaurant, and everything everywhere. Just one day, he called me and said, "Lionel, come." And he said, "You want to work for me?" And he just put me in this wing, and I start to work with him and everything. And I see a lot of stuff. And he died, but like a few years ago, I find a postcard he sent me before he died, a car accident, you know. And it was a picture of the guy who plays the guitar in Venice Beach.
Yeah, what's his name? Freddie Perry.
Yeah, with a rollerblade.
What's his name? Freddie. I always forget his name. Freddie Perry, Adam Carey, something like this. He's been there since the 80s.
But this card postal is from the 80s.
Yeah.
And he said, "I hope one day you make it here."
Wow. And then you go to Venice, and there he is. You know.
Yeah, you don't see it anything when you live here. You know, you don't.
I also did see,
and you know what? I guess what make you famous is Venice, because I
was killing in Venice.
All your work at the beginning was all around Venice.
Like,
you know?
At one point there was like 30 walls in Venice. I was the only one. There's no one else. And I got some emails because it was like the beginning of websites. So I was smart. I make website. And I got this one woman. I know she was a woman, or at least the email was woman.
Thank you.
And she say, thank you. She say, angry message to me. She tell me, I'll never forget this email, because this is when it's a little bit before Banksy we're talking like I would say 2002, 3, 4. You know, so when you paint somewhere, people come and they say, "Hey, we like that. Can you do something for us?" I always say, "Of course." Small budget, no budget, I pay, doesn't matter. I want to paint. So it goes tick, 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 tick. Before I know it, there's like 20, 30 walls everywhere.
Yeah, you are everywhere.
But I was just like coming from the tagging mentality.
Mm.
I wasn't preparing sketch. I just paint, you know?
Yeah, no, but it was cool. It was Chase.
It was Chase.
His little name on the corner all the time. Chase.
Always,
you
a
know,
little
like
bit. I
a
got to put my name.
Really like Chase. And he was everywhere. Every people know your stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
And so this woman, I get an email and very angry. She's like, "I think it's been about enough. Everywhere I go, it's your fucking work. Give someone else a chance." And I'm like, "Hey, everyone is welcome to paint. I'm not dictator. I'm sorry, you know." And she wrote me like 3, 4 messages, and like everywhere I go, and it's enough already.
Yeah, it was everywhere, but it was cool, you know?
It's a moment in time, you know.
Yeah, it was cool. And actually, it's still everywhere. It's more
it's
and more,
okay.
you know?
Yeah. Now,
you
also,
never stop,
I'd like
you
to
know?
see, because there's a lot of artists started painting since that time, and they started working in the street, and it's better because now there's many different voices.
No, it's not many different. Now it's too much.
Maybe also too much.
Yeah, it's too much of everything.
It becomes less special, maybe.
You know?
I think that's the beauty you guys were talking about, like in the 90s and when you come to LA.
Yeah.
There was a time like with everything where like it was special.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's what made you attracted to it. It was cool to just see that alley piece and go, man. But something happened between, I don't know when it happened, but everyone has access now.
Yeah.
To become.
No, it's
Everyone's an artist.
It's art everywhere. Everyone's a photographer. There's yoga everywhere. There's best food everywhere. There's everything is everywhere now. We're very spoiled, right?
We don't even look at it. Before, you know, your pictures, I'm sure people look at. But now, like, you know, no one's looking at like you.
No,
it's less special now.
It's less special.
But which for me, it puts a little fire under my ass. It's like, okay, then maybe you got to make it more special.
Actually, you know, it's funny because
it's my task.
I put a picture of Angelina with a cigarette in a gallery like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and the guy commented with a T-shirt with this picture. I never did a picture. I never did a T-shirt.
That's a copyright infringement.
Yeah. And every time someone did it, you know, Getty, I'm with Getty Image in New York, they sue them. You cannot do it. I cannot do it myself, you know.
Right.
Because when you're a photographer, you can use only for your book and for a gallery, but you cannot use for commercial use.
Unless if you have release from the
except you have a release from Angelina or whatever. But I don't have any release. I never did
merchandise,
like T-shirts, stuff like that, you know. Yeah. But so many people did it. And this guy come with a T-shirt for Angelina to come to my photo of Angelina. And
wait, he come where?
To like it was
the
a show like 2 weeks ago.
And
I put the picture, but some people come for see the picture
with your
with a cigarette with Angelina.
Yeah.
And once the guy come with a T-shirt of Angelina to see the picture.
Yeah, he didn't know.
No, he knew.
No, he knew. But he didn't know that
he asked he asked me to sign the T-shirt. I did it. I don't care. It was funny. Yeah. I said, okay, no problem.
Someone profited from
it. He asked me to sign the and I signed his T-shirt.
Yeah. No, that's cool. You know, I mean, people when they see, they don't think deep in the rights and stuff. Oh yeah, it's great.
No, there were people stopping and I said, you did this picture.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Really remixed it and everything. There's some brand did it.
Yeah, people was stopping and say, you did picture. Oh, I used to have my picture on I used to have my bedroom and everything. This picture has such a huge impact to so many people. I don't know about it. And people tell me, oh my God, it was my favorite picture when I was
That series, like everyone somehow has seen it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, that series. And it was just a shoot that you did so long ago.
She's a special woman, you know?
Absolutely.
She has an energy and she's special.
Yeah.
And at the time I knew she was special. When I see her, she's beautiful. She was really, really. She's still beautiful, but
17-year-old Angelina, mamma mia, that's something else.
Yeah, but I was. Yeah, but
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's enigmatic. It's super. You can be charismatic in your family. You can be charismatic with your friends, and you can be charismatic maybe in the neighborhood. But to be charismatic and to not only be charismatic, but to exude and to inspire from just a few things that you did, because really early on, she had that effect on the world. I mean, all women pretty much, she's like top 5 or top 3 for most women of that generation, of this generation.
the problem today, it's
That's something.
so many people have access to
Cameras, music.
no to mean at the time when it was still film and everything, when you used to shoot a celebrity, first it was only a few celebrity photographer in LA. When I moved here, it was like Air Brits, who was one of the
Herb Ritz, yeah.
one of the best one, who used to shoot
Classic.
only celebrity, mainly, like, and Air Brits and a few really, really good photographers were, because in the 90s, to be a photographer in LA was really tacky.
Yeah, was tacky.
It was tacky because
because there was no the modeling agencies were in New York.
No, because
right.
Every people, they say everything was tacky in LA.
Yeah.
You go in. It was tacky. A pink car of Angelina.
Yeah. Angeline. I love Angeline.
The woman with big hair, the little, like Beverly Hills was different. Everything was different. Yeah. And in one side, it was tacky. But for me, it was like so beautiful. Or if you, with my book, I was going to New York, they were laughing at me.
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, where are you? LA?" Oh. We don't speak with people from LA, You're like
not enough art.
No. Too much glamour. Now they're all here.
Now they're all here.
Yeah.
Williamsburg is here. Everyone's
here. Every New York.
Every LA right now.
Yeah, I want you to listen to me. New York
he leans into
you
the
are
mic.
all here today.
So when you see my man Lionel, give him a hand and apologize.
You are all here. And no, one used to do a nice picture from a nice celebrity. Here it was special.
Yeah.
Because no 2,000, 20,000 people was doing it, it was special.
Yeah.
But now there is nothing special anymore. We are
oversaturation.
The Kardashian, like it's every day.
Kardashian,
every day.
I like your accent. Kardashian.
Yeah. And I don't have anything against the Kardashian. I shoot 2 of them. They were really professional, and there is no secret. They were on time,
right?
Perfectly on time. They did our job.
That's good.
They did our job perfectly,
right?
And they were really polite and everything. There is no secret. So, a lot of people say, "Oh, Kardashian and everything," but they are really professional. There is no secret. They work a lot,
Right.
But there is too much of the same people,
Right.
Alors you can. What do? You do picture of a Kardashian. Who's gonna see the picture?
Right. It's just
on the middle of the million of picture,
Millions.
When I think of photography, I always think back to like the 1890s, I think it was, where it's a moment. Hey, we're taking a picture tomorrow. The photographer is coming.
Yeah. It was a big deal.
And then he comes on the big statif. How do you say the tripod? It's a big thing, and then with the pump. And it goes on.
This is a long time
no,
ago.
but
this is 1950.
No, before 1850 maybe. And you all stood there, and we built the railroad. Everyone's standing there with their best Sunday suits, and it was a moment. And still, those guys, they couldn't fuck up either. They understood.
No, but when I start to go in Miami, it was an 80. You go to South Beach, it was nobody in South Beach. It was only all the photographer, and it was not. It was all the biggest photographers shooting on a beach in front of South Beach. Every 50 meters, you are like huge production. Was the best photographer in the world. It was like
the sands, the white sands.
No, and it was
Ocean Drive in the back.
No tourists, only the photographers, the model. It was a dream. After in Ocean Drive, they opened the News Coffee in the corner, and after Gianni Versace opened this house, and after it went like crazy, But before that, when you could buy a $10,000 studio on a beach, it was a price.
Yeah.
I was there,
Wow.
And nobody was there, and it was like fashion city. It was all the more beautiful girl, all the best photographer. and all the hotel was destroyed, but the Marseille was open, and 2 or 3 hotels,
Right.
and we used to go all of them, in winter, and it was
Dream to shoot.
so cool. It was amazing, because every people used to respect everyone, and it was I think it was the best time of photography when we used to have the supermodel,
Yeah.
like
Naomi, like
Naomi,
everyone.
all the girl, we
Linda
used to have
Evangelista.
Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, okay,
Turlington.
Chrissy Turlington.
There's 8, right? There's 3
Before Kate Moss.
before came out, and also the Brazilian one, Leticia Casta. That was after.
No, that's
Leticia
after.
Casta.
No,
I liked her.
It was no. This is way after. No, it was Christy Turlington,
Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell.
It was 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
The big girl, the one who was
I don't get it.
Of the guy from
Guns N' Roses. That's Linda Evangelista.
What's her name? No.
That was.
No, it was. I don't remember.
I'm going to call a friend. Hold on.
But on the cover on every magazine, Vogue, we used to have a top model.
Yeah.
We just don't have a celebrity,
Yeah.
Is why to be in LA at the time, it was. We didn't have any respect, because they all in New York was shooting top model in Los Angeles, in location, but they was living in LA. But now, every cover you have a celebrity.
Right.
There is fashion change, I mean, I was really lucky in a way because my time was the real time of fashion photography.
Yeah.
Like the best time of the best time of the best photographer with all the best model and everything. And when I used to be assistant and everything, and I used to work with some big photographer, and I was next to all this model because I work with them, I was an assistant, and you are like 1 meter over or 50 cents because you all the
black light,
the black stuff and everything, and you spend it next to the more beautiful girl in the world, and it's a dream.
Yeah.
It's everything, and all the people are the best. It's a dream. It was like everything was a dream, and I think this dream is gone.
I wonder, because I think that too, because when I get here in LA, like just the street itself with the palm tree is a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just sneaking into a party, doing this, whatever, anything is a dream. Anything is a dream. Because we're so young at the time. And I think America did a great job through Hollywood. Hollywood is a public relations bureau of America, right? What other country has this? Constant imagery, movies, storylines. We're in love. The world is in love with America.
But
without Hollywood, there's nothing.
You need to remember Hollywood Boulevard in our time was full of prostitutes and drug dealers.
I was there in 1996. In 1996, I take a bus. Yeah. I go to Hollywood Boulevard on a Saturday night. I'm like, let's go to Hollywood. So I went. No one wanted to come.
No lights.
I go, no lights. Prostitutes, hey honey, you want a date? I'm like, well, I got 85
and
cents.
Drug dealer. It was really dangerous.
And lowriders and all that shit.
Yeah, really dangerous.
It was crazy
and
shit.
It's crazy because the tourists, when they were coming in Hollywood, you expect a lot. It was like,
there's nothing.
Dangerous.
Yeah. That was like I mean, you're from LA.
The store is all in sale, all the... It was
bad. Seedy. It was seedy. It was like, there's like Times Square. It used to be like Peep Show and all that shit. This was pretty much Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, I remember.
Not as bad as the worst of Times Square, because it got pretty dark and seedy in New York at one point, I guess. But it was still, girls walking,
prostitutes,
pimps on the corner,
drug dealer, thief.
Because it's a place of broken dreams and all these hopes.
Yeah.
This place, like you said, everyone, it's beauty, but it also sells this dream.
But I
so
thought
many people want that to be like.
Yes, they all come to Los Angeles to be a star.
Yeah.
And when you, like you said, there's nothing special. Back in the day, you said there was like talent, Kate, the lady from Misery, she had talent. And now you get like, no disrespect to the Kardashians again, but they're stars and no one knows why. Besides.
But I like that. I think
No,
that's
because-
Warhol,
hold on, but
that's pop, that's
what-
Brillo, that's
no,
Campbell
no.
soup. You
That's
know,
saturation. Because every
Accept
girl
it,
now who's pretty,
Yeah.
who has a big butt,
that's true.
thinks that they can just come out with makeup or have a sex tape. All
Yeah.
of a sudden, there's sex tapes.
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's a new norm.
It's just
No,
like-
sex tape is not in anymore. No, I was at the beginning of the first tape.
But you
I
know-
was here. I was living it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was because I used to be friends with Paris Hilton.
Yeah,
Hey,
my-
hey.
And one day I was shooting Paris with. She was a funny girl, you know, Paris.
So you know her publicist Siri,
Yeah, I remember Sylvie.
whose
yeah.
idea was a sex tape? Maybe we shouldn't say.
Well, I don't know. Siri is still a publicist.
Yes.
And I love you, Siri.
Me too, Siri. Shouts to Siri.
But it's funny because I remember when the sex tape come out, I met the girlfriend who puts the tape out. It was a special period in Hollywood.
It was
Paris
yeah.
was. It was before Instagram, before.
I think it's
Facebook.
genius.
I think.
Lionel, do you think that move, even as a Catholic or whatever? I'm not a Catholic. You're not a Catholic.
I don't think
but
so.
I think,
She expected 1 second it was going to give her
It
fame.
was a move. It was a move.
No,
What
it
did
was
she
not
have?
a move.
No, no, I'm
The
just
guy,
saying, like,
the guy was. I don't want to say, but
I think it was a move.
no,
I
You don't
what-
think?
the-
Well, let him say.
no,
the motivation behind it, though. What was
no,
the motivation?
no, because it was the first time. You don't know what's going to happen. It can be a
It
scandal.
was a risk.
No. It was not. It was nothing. It was a boyfriend,
Mhm.
and they broke up, and he was jealous, and he put the video. He sells the video
Yeah, yeah,
because she was hot at the time. Nothing. He want to make money, and he want to make. They used to have a website. If you mad at someone, I don't know what.
It's called.
Damn.
What's it called? It's called revenge porn.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This was first
Revenge
before
porn.
the West.
Yeah. But the problem with that idea is that
It's code.
let's say I'm dating Paris. For some reason, she disses me. Right now, I have the tape.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna really do revenge. No, she looks good. If she looks
Yeah,
bad,
but
it's one thing.
but
she looks good.
Can you imagine for a woman to have a picture
No, that's true.
of her naked making love with her boyfriend
And
in
for what?
every house in the world?
Right.
There's a
It's-
privacy that's gone.
It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
It's a move.
even if you look good. No, I don't think so. The first one,
It's like everyone.
the first one, Paris was not after.
A night in Paris.
After,
Okay,
yeah.
A night in Paris.
No, after many
It
start to
became
do
the-
that.
No, but
you know?
yeah, there's
But
no
that's
way.
what I meant.
There's
There's
no
no-
way she would have known. That's true.
There's
It's
no
it's
specialty.
like
No, she didn't know.
there's a discovery of the atom,
Yeah,
and then there's One Night in Paris.
Yeah.
Both we didn't know what was going to happen after.
yeah, but for her it was huge, because he make her really,
Yeah.
really famous, But after a lot of girls did the same.
A lot.
Of course,
I've
it's a
seen so
vehicle
many.
now.
Well, now you cannot do it anymore because
Now it's tacky again.
It's tacky
back
to
to
do it.
tacky. 360, back to tacky.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's nothing at the end of the day outside of the sex.
Mm.
There is nothing special about.
Oh no,
No.
it's just some chick.
of course.
Versus.
But you need to understand, a lot of change in America,
Yeah.
When I moved here, you couldn't have a naked girl on the cover. It was, or
Yeah.
even a breath or teeth.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
no possible.
I mean, it had to
And
be
I was-
X-rated. Yeah.
I was coming from France. We
topless
have
on the beach. It's normal.
naked girl cover of Elle.
Yeah.
Right.
At the time. Now I think in France they are more
Pure.
yeah,
Puritan.
because- yeah,
Oh, conservative. with
yeah,
it?
conservative.
yeah.
Then the 80 or the 70 or the 60, because every people was naked on the beach.
It's
It
normal.
was
I
like
grew up.
in
I grew up.
France, and I grew up inside. Used to beach, every people was
No,
naked.
but also you think
I
that
that's
sounds
normal,
Sean, you think that sounds sexy? No, it's also your grandmother topless.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
This is the reality.
Exactly. That's gonna be.
It's not all like what you think. You see titties down to the knees, and you're like, "What's this?" Hey, grandma, come on, come on. We're a
Somebody
family
still
here.
like
No one wants to see these silver dollars.
But a lot of stuff changed, but it's normal,
It is.
Time change, but I have two nephews. They are like 18, 19. They are really cool. You know, they are musicians, you know, artists and everything. They live in Paris, but they travel, you know, because you're more accessible to the world now, to everything. And I just want to say, like, the millennium generation, um, I don't know, maybe it's difficult for you guys because I don't know, it's so with all the social media and everything, I see all the depression, all the people
Yes.
who kill themselves and everything. And I think I wish we never have an iPhone. I wish we never.
A lot
have
of people
FaceTime.
feel that way, and they go back. I have a number of friends. They go back to flip phone.
Yeah,
They go back to click, flip. I don't want to.
I wish we are less connected and we go more on the street, sitting on coffee and speak. Because when you say, you know, coffee now, every people's on iPhone. So there's no more connection. You think you're connected, you're not connected because you don't speak with your neighbor. You know?
But one thing that makes it extra difficult is that this city, Los Angeles, for as much as I love it, and I love it, it's not set up like, let's say, an Antwerp, a Paris, a London, a Barcelona, a New York, even a Miami, where you walk and there's people sitting there having some wine, this, that, they're talking. LA, you got to go from car to parking lot to inside, car, parking lot, inside. You know, there's no place to really hang.
Yeah, this is not a social place.
So it doesn't really inspire that. And with this social bombardment of all the platform like Instagram, everything, we are extra removed, you know, because where do you walk? Where do you go? You go to run, you to walk. You go to some canyon, Griffith Park, whatever. You go to the beach, Malibu, whatever. But where do you just walk and like, oh, sorry, I'm bumping into people. It doesn't happen, right? And so that makes our feeling, I think, coming from that European background where it's people everywhere all the time, it makes it a little bit more grim. You know, it makes it a little bit darker.
Could it also be our culture? Meaning like a lot of
no,
people,
even New York is not
like
the same
in LA. Like,
but even New York has changed a lot.
They don't sit, like I like to go out, and just because it's me, I'll go to a coffee shop. I want to talk to a stranger. Yeah, I just like, you know, you never know. But I feel like people are like, you know, there's
no, it's correct.
Like, you could learn about me online.
I already did everything you need to know. Just go to my Instagram.
If you speak to people, they say, "Oh, what?"
I'm like, you're a weirdo.
And so, you know what? Something I love when I moved to America. If you go to France, you're on the street, say hi to someone on the street. They look at you and say, "What the fuck do you want?"
They don't like that. They're like, "Do I know you?"
What the fuck do you want? What are you speaking to me? Why do you look at me? You know, because you don't speak to people in France. It's in Europe,
right?
It's rude.
No, we don't do it.
It's socially, like you see everyone, you touch them, you move around.
But you don't look someone and say, hi, how are you? Because we don't do it.
We don't do it. And the Dutch...
It's education.
The Dutch do it. And the Americans do it. Hey, what's up, buddy?
No, man, I love
small talk.
When I love in the street to say hi to everyone. Hi, how are you?
It's fun.
Hi. And they reply. And you get friend on the street.
Yeah.
Because I have a dog, you know.
From walking the dog.
Or just a conversation.
Yeah, and in France, it's no way. But when I moved to America, this was like, wow, because you could speak.
Yeah.
You know,
could have personality.
LA was beautiful.
I feel like that's getting less too.
Oh yeah,
now.
Yeah, like, a lot of people you say hi, how are you? Saying
remember, dating. I remember like you couldn't even date someone unless you talked to them. Then you had to talk to them, and that was like weird. Now I can swipe through like 80 pictures.
Yeah, this is
another.
Another story.
But
you know,
it's not. It's the same story. It's so much.
Yeah, but this is just
do it from home.
You need to. We don't need to forget something. It's just the beginning.
No, yeah. It is.
Alors, imagine how it's going to be scary.
Right. Because 15
Avatars.
years ago, it wasn't this.
You can now leave
this. 15. It was not.
10 years ago, 11 years ago, it was no iPhone.
Oh no!
It's just
I was the last
beginning.
one, Lionel. I was the last one out of all my friends
to buy an iPhone,
to have a car because I could not afford. You remember that? I know, Sean. 20 years. When did I get a car after everyone? And I was the last one out of everyone to get a telephone. And I was the last one out of everyone to get an iPhone.
It's funny, when I moved here, we used to have beeper.
Beeper, yeah, I love Beeper.
I love beepers.
I felt like a doctor.
Yeah,
Hey, it's good.
they used,
telephone.
people they used to go to cell phone or to
Payphone.
a booth,
Yeah, like right there. The
like in the
bomb
street, you know,
setting.
and they used to beep you, you know, call back the 310
Yeah.
703.
143 means
And you used
I
to
love you.
stop your car, take your time, go
Yeah.
to
Find a phone.
find a phone,
Drop a quarter.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
call
This is
back-
Chase.
Yeah,
That's always,
you just text me,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
beep
yeah,
me.
yeah,
the same girl. Like you see her, at, you know, I would see her. I work around in different places. Beautiful girl. I'm like, man, I want to, date her, get her number. And but she's so like, don't look at me, don't talk to me. Then you see her on, you see her on a dating app, like in a bikini, and just.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like people have this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like people have this persona that they want to have in the world where you think that you're the same person I meet now. If I saw you tomorrow at Starbucks or with your dog, you're the same person. You know? But I think people have these identities. Like they'll say,
It's presentation. Everything is marketing.
Even the
Marketing,
picture, it's like,
marketing.
No,
yeah.
take it again. Take it again.
Oh.
Take it again.
I know the picture for all these girls, you don't know how they're gonna look in reality,
Yeah.
even the men.
Because they have the
Because
what is
there's
it,
so many filters.
Facetune is an app.
Yeah.
They show
I don't
me.
know what they're doing, but
their life is like
They can do Vaseline on
from
the
their
lens.
hobbies to their want.
but no, me,
They want to be. It's like
they want to
just-
look like Kardashian. They want to look like all these people.
Yeah, the eyes a
And
little
the-
bit bigger.
And it's a
thick.
problem.
a very problem.
It's a huge
'Cause
problem.
You're not happy with yourself.
No.
That's
And
what that
it's
is.
why we start to see all this suicide and everything,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Lots of anxiety,
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
like depression,
Yeah,
kid and everything, you know?
With
We used to that.
little kids.
Yeah, I know.
Young,
Yeah.
young.
When I was a kid, we have one phone in the house. It was on the wall. One phone, and it was the.
A rotary.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
We used to receive one phone call every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Lionel, it's got to be for you. We got another girl here. Yeah.
They'll call back. They'll call back in another week.
No, So at that time when I was living in Belgium, like I would always, go skating around. I was skating in Brussels every Wednesday. I would go to Ghent, where he knows a lot of people too, Sean, and I had my different cliques of skateboarder kids. But we were always up to no good. So we were stealing or this and that. And so in the beginning, when you're innocent, 11, 12, you pick up the phone, you just talk to your friend. But then I noticed my dad is looking over my shoulder. He's like, And then he's always reading his newspaper next to me. Oh, interesting. So then after a while, I pulled the cord. I took the phone into the hallway.
To the bedroom.
And then I opened the door. He's still listening. So then I go into the closet, under the coats, winter coats. Hey, I can't talk. I'm being, my dad is listening. We can't talk about all this shit. You know what I mean?
He's got the ear.
Yeah. And so you were stuck to the phone. Now the phone is everywhere you go.
I'm going to tell you something. We're speaking about all this stuff, but I think we're just getting older, guys.
I think you're right.
Because
we are getting older.
We are getting older, but
I'm still 15 in my head, and everything I do.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't change. My look changed. People call me sir, and I say, don't call me sir.
Yeah. They started calling me sir now too.
Yeah, but
I'm like, damn straight.
and the first time they call me sir, I say, oh fuck, I'm dead,
Yeah.
But we're just getting old, and it's difficult to follow. There's so many shit right now.
Yeah.
And
things are speeding up now. Heavy.
So many to before.
Ultra speed.
I don't know. It's just so many for the music and everything too.
I don't even want to imagine 50 years from now.
So.
It's gonna be like when everything is like that's acceptable.
Well,
But guys, I'm gonna say something. I'm speaking to the radio right now. My time, we used to listen Patti Smith, The Doors, The Rolling Stones, The Who.
Good shit.
Yeah,
I still listen to
it's
that.
what I was listening.
Yeah.
When I was really young,
Yeah.
my mom used to listen that. My dad too, and now they listen. I don't know.
You have to go back and listen to the Who, the stuff.
Yeah.
Doors.
No, but again,
You still listen to it because
it's full
Pink
circle again.
Floyd,
I always listen to like the old, like 90s. I'm like,
Yeah.
Look the movie, the Queen,
Yeah.
Bohemian,
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
it was.
But it's
when I was a
circling
kid,
back. It's circling back again. It's all coming back again.
Yeah.
Like the look now, the quote unquote fashion look right now is the stuff that is baggy. It's that shoes.
The fashion always been like
You know.
that, you know,
And I like that.
because
But it's weird to
But are
see
the-
that kids are like, they're like discovering
Yeah,
it
it
now.
look
And I'm
like-
like, wait,
it look
I
like-
was there.
yeah,
I
20
was
years
there.
ago we
I
used to
was
wear
there.
that. And for me, it's boring, you know, because
Yeah.
hey,
It's cute.
no, I try all these jackets, you know.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it's like, you know, I already did it.
We
you
were
know?
done with it for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, alors.
It's weird to see it come back and they're
Yeah.
rocking it with like so much attitude. I'm like, man, I was there. We let that shit
Yeah,
go.
the 80s,
You know?
the
But
90s.
it's cool.
Yeah.
We're not hating.
yeah,
We're just
Even
we're
the
observing.
70 for me.
we just started getting
Yeah.
weed shops, so we finally caught up a little bit.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
everything
true.
turned. Fashion been all the same, you know. They all return back.
Always 2020.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the fashion or the hair. I'm worried about the people. You know? The
Oh,
hair.
no, no. It's just
I
it's
don't
why I come back to photography. You know, now it's not the quality of the photography; it's the number of follower you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
And if you are, how you say,
Popular.
yeah, popular. How you say, like I don't remember. I'm sorry. If you have a lot of follower,
Yeah. You can say in French. Say in French.
No, if you have a lot of follower
Yeah.
in
You have value.
Instagram,
You
you are
have
no.
value.
They call you an influencer.
Influencer.
Oh,
You go and alors, you know, if you have a magazine, they're gonna look the guy who had $2 or $3 million,
Yeah.
million follower,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're gonna book him.
Yeah.
Because I know if they use him for make the cover of the magazine, even if it's bad,
Lionel,
it will get
he's gonna
eyes.
show him to these 5 million people. You know.
but you know why I hate is the wrong word, but why I dislike that with almost everything that I have inside of me is because, like, I moved here for skateboarding, right? I was already doing tagging graffiti. Then I started paint these walls. Back then, follower for street skateboarding is pretty much zero. Follower, I'm talking not me, but for
in general,
for
yeah.
the subculture of graffiti street art was zero, right? I'm going around, please let me paint your wall. It's a great idea. You want a banner? No, don't do banner. Let me paint a wall. It will get you attention. It's something special for your business. They said, get the fuck out of here, kid. You know? And obviously things changed.
Right.
But why I like that system, but I also understand business. If you have a magazine, you have a product, you have a show. Now they're doing casting in movies like this. You know, let's give the second lead or like the third lead in a film to this chick. She has 5 million followers. This is good for business. Producers want return on investment.
Yeah.
But that is not where I come from. And it's specifically if that person has nothing to offer except for the followers, then said dégueulasse, I want to puke.
No, but it's wise.
everybody.
You know?
In photography, is wise, and in music. I'm sorry, in music, and
everywhere.
the
Everywhere.
quality is not here anymore because it's
It's harder to find. It's still there sometimes, but a lot of times it's just like, wait, what am I
they
looking
don't
at?
care. They're gonna
Yeah.
if the guy have 2,000. I'm following a photographer now. I think he has 4,000 followers.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing photographer.
Yeah.
I don't follow a lot of people. I follow less than 100 people because I don't like to. But he's amazing photographer, and you see some people who are 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but what I don't like about that is that people are not looking with their own eyes and hearts. You know, they go somewhere, and I see it in art all the time. And and like you said, you see it in photography all the time.
But you know
I see.
what?
Hold on, I see a guy, right, who's like really. It's just like what he's making is. It's not remarkable in any sense of the word. Huge followership, right? Everyone follows.
Yeah.
But then what that tells me now is that I question the people that follow him
No,
because they don't see,
I
right?
know exactly
And
what
that
you're
hurts
talking
me a
about.
little
I know
bit,
what you're talking about,
right?
I went
So
to an art show.
I'm not envious.
No,
I
gonna
know
say,
he's
I went
talking
to an
about.
art show. This guy told me to come see this art show in downtown. I'm gonna say the name because
No,
I'm
don't
gonna-
say the name, or if you want to say
I'm
it.
gonna say the name. All right, this guy Invader. This guy had like
No. Invader's dope. But you don't know. See, that's where you don't know.
Which one?
okay.
Space
Oh, no,
Invader from Paris.
Space Invader.
He's great. Sorry, you're wrong.
Okay, I might be wrong, but for me,
But it's hard to understand because if you
No, Space Highlander is really cool.
no,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. Because it looks like he's just doing some video game shit. No. This goes back 25 years. It's a slow process.
I don't know the history,
But I can understand when you first see it. What is this?
It's just a little.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
like-
but he
Yeah.
is
But it's everywhere. Everywhere, a little touch. Some place you look.
Paris,
Up on the
everywhere,
wall.
London, everywhere, New York,
On the
everywhere.
floor.
There's history. Okay,
Yeah.
I
On
know
the
there's
floor.
history.
And
I just remember seeing like movie stars pulling up, taking a photo and leaving. in
No,
like 2
the
minutes.
movie stars
I'm
didn't
like-
understand. Their publicist said, "You go,"
It just seemed like a
but
But
he's
say
dope.
it seemed like a
Everyone.
business. You know what I mean? Like
Look.
It was well organized.
No,
yeah.
it's not new. Look, the 80 with white hair. What's the name?
Which one?
Haiti.
Haiti?
Yeah, in the 80s, the more famous artists.
What?
Uh,
Haiti?
in the 80s.
oh the 80s.
Oh, Warhol.
Like,
Andy Warhol.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, we're speaking Andy Warhol. He took a Campbell can,
Right.
and he making like,
Right.
at the time, every people was saying, "What the fuck,"
Right.
and we are saying the same stuff for some stuff, right? But it's okay because they bring someone,
Right.
something, and
Right. He's invading like with tiles that he makes himself. Like he puts a little touch above the street sign
okay,
everywhere.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I didn't know its history, but what I saw,
And that's what matters though.
what I saw, just
The collector.
it's not what we're used to going to see. Go to art show in the 90s, it was like an
But that's the
experience.
point.
I
That's
go
the
there
point.
now. It's like it's some famous guy with his publicist.
Yeah,
and
but this is
photographer,
start
and they're
with,
like, post.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. No, but in this
like,
case,
what are we doing?
because when's the last time you went to an art show before then?
it's been a
Long
while.
time.
It's been a long
So
time.
when you don't really know the nuance, like it's. But he's proper. Like he's like, is he one of my favorite? No, but is he really great? He
what
is.
I'm gonna say, it's just an artist and someone see business,
Yeah, it seemed like it was a business convention.
and there is a person on the back who is money, and there is a guy who do, because usually the artists are not really good with money,
Right. This is true.
and there is always someone
Yeah,
who see on the back, oh, this one is good, let's
Yeah.
make money,
Yeah. And by the way, he was not showing, he was not doing any of this stuff for the first 20 years. He really stayed
No,
true to
in-
his mission.
In all
there.
fairness, he wasn't there that night. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I thought was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, but never-
He
But
didn't show
this is
up.
also an honest response to the show. That's fantastic.
But never all this guy, it took time, it doesn't come
Yeah.
in once gone,
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
No,
other types that I'm thinking of, and it's like,
Yeah, me too, but I like
Yeah.
him now.
Hey.
Who?
Ah,
I like that.
I'm the only asshole to say the name.
We cannot say name.
Also, no, it doesn't even
Malcolm
matter.
X. No,
No, it's just like, but we're all human beings, and then it's like, then you see like the big hype, and it's like,
No,
wait,
you know what?
It's weird
Eyes-
sometimes to see.
Her eyes is not. If her eyes see something different, it doesn't understand. When I'm speaking about fashion and photography, and right now, when Kate Moss went out of the cover of I don't remember, who said what the f, she was small, she was not normal, she was like. And all the model was
Premature
really
baby.
tall, and she was a little baby, with you understand, or no
Yeah.
teeth, no, and really skinny,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody was what the fuck, And some people say, oh, it's genius,
Yeah.
but now it's
Yeah.
street people. You don't have model anymore.
Yeah.
You take street people. I take you for faire cover of magazine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But-
now we're in the big butts and the fake lips. Now.
Yeah, everything changed.
But in any case, no, there is movements, and we can talk about it. We can observe, and we can still hold our own standard. And at the same time, there's such a thing I heard about a year and a half ago. Is this the scientific study, and they studied how they put this brain pad on, connected neurons, everything.
yeah, the all time
And they
stuff. Yeah.
followed the people for like a couple of hours,
Mhm.
obviously in the medical facility, and they saw what fluids were released
Mhm.
when the person was doing their social media, and
Yeah, it's
what
terrible.
and what the trends were. So what they found is that first, the subject would look at the people that they follow, the people that they look up to, and they start to feel really bad. Right, so a lack of excitement, a lack of dopamine, a lack of all this sort of stuff, getting kind of to the point of depression, right? And then naturally, to counter it, so you look at, this guy is so much better than me. This chick is this art I will never be able to do. Just scrolling down the timeline, feeling like shit. And then to counter it, most of the subjects went to people that were lesser than them, less followers, but also were quite good, but they didn't get their respect, right? And then they started feeling better again. So it's called upward social comparison and downward social comparison. If you end up on the downward social comparison, you're going to be okay. If you do it in reverso,
You don't feel good.
you don't feel good.
No, you get depressed
Depressed.
because you are here in LA. You don't have nothing to do, and
Yeah.
you
Or
saw
anywhere,
This,
actually,
you saw
yeah.
this guy who always like all over the world surfing and everything. Like in Instagram and YouTube. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Driving like supercar.
My life is shit.
like driving a supercar, and you say, "Fuck."
Mr. Perfect, Mrs. Perfect,
Yeah.
yachts,
Yeah,
fucking the
exactly.
best food,
Yeah.
escargot.
And you remember a time where like you might have envied that or chased that, but then you have to realize like what do you have to offer to this world? Like when I started asking myself, like I don't have the yacht or the girls,
I know.
but like he said, I know, but but I want to feel just as happy for me,
Right.
Like when you start comparing yourself to other people
Mm.
and start going, why does he have this? Why is he this?
Right.
And then you start wanting to shave your nose and then shave your eye,
Right.
and then you need the money, and then it's
Right,
like,
right.
you'll never find that.
And that's
You'll
the
never find that inside
You know
of
what?
yourself.
We live in LA. We don't live in.
Albuquerque.
Oh no! But the people from Albuquerque are coming to LA.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, but
No
we,
one in
we
LA
don't
lives in
live
LA.
like in.
No, but even worse. Let's say you are from Albuquerque, and shouts out to Albuquerque. I've never been there, but
I have.
like I've been to a lot of smaller cities across America, and I love it. But they're still looking at the same Instagram we're looking at,
They're
And,
all-
and you know what that
they're all
Instagram
can't
is?
wait to
It's,
get on
it's
the
a
site.
programming. It's a programming, and we
where-
have to be careful with what we take in, because it's like self hypnosis in a little bit. It's self programming.
Dude,
We
it's so-
we gotta stay feeling good,
But you know what? It's funny because LA now is la mecca of all these influencers.
Yeah, they're all. No one in LA is from LA anymore. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
everyone's
of
here
course.
to
I'm
be-
not from LA.
No, but technically, I'm
But
not
you-
from LA. I was born in
I'm not
St.
from
Louis.
LA, but I have a little
Hey,
tattoo on me.
Me too.
Hey, the two most non-LA guys got LA tats.
Like I always say,
I'm about to get a Belgium tat.
I would be always different because I have an accent. I'm American, I'm
The accent-
first generation, like
First
like
year
you.
blood, first year name.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Honestly, what I want from people more is we're humans, like Americans, French. I get it, but it's like more
Yeah.
importantly, it's like we're all special, but we all look. The reason why we spend hours on these machines, and it's not me, and I did at one point, is that we're not happy with ourselves. I
Right.
don't care where you're at.
No, it's just
It
some,
can be that.
It
yeah.
can't, no,
Yeah.
a lot of it is that.
It was
man.
Steve Jobs didn't want his kids to play with an iPhone.
Right.
Yeah, he wouldn't even
that's
let
true.
his
He
kids-
said that, didn't he?
Yeah, of
But-
course.
but
He
he-
knew the consequence, and a lot of them. But it's nothing. We are just it's 10 years.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I
30
remember. I remember when the Walkman
Yeah.
was announced, the first Sony, the first Walkman.
Yeah.
I went from my little town
A Walkman.
to Paris. It was like,
A big thing.
at the time, it was like big deal to cross all France. And I went to the Champs-Élysées and I went to wait in line
To the
to buy
Fnac.
the first Sony,
Yeah.
a blue Sony tape with a
Classic.
tape. I went to my town, and the first time I put the headphone on my head and I put the music, I said, "Wow, you are on the street and you."
You can hear.
It was like crazy.
Yeah,
And it was cool because you used to have a gray button you used to press. No, red button you used to press. You could hear the people when they're speaking to you. Don't remember?
What?
The
Oh,
first.
you can flip it. to
No,
hear.
on the first Walkman, the Sony used to be all blue.
Yeah.
And it was a red button on the
Yeah.
side. And if someone used to speak to you,
Oh, you could pause?
you used to press
Huh?
and you could hear the voice. He was putting the
It
volume
was like
down.
a dimmer.
Yeah,
Alors,
50% low.
even at the time, it was the first time or you get disconnect, but they
Mute.
give you the choice to be connect or no,
Yeah.
Now they don't give you initial. You connect and fuck
I
you,
remember the yellow Sony. It was waterproof.
I remember that.
I don't remember.
It was Walkman, but with extra rubber, so you could go in the pool. Hey, too bad I don't have a pool, but I go to shower.
You know what? I went to my town, and when I was working on the city, every people look at me if I was an alien. And when some people I say, "What is it?" Say it's a Walkman, And I put in the headphone on the head. The people was like,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's something.
It was like huge. It was like crazy, like MTV, Now MTV. Awesome. We used to have 2 channels in France, and it was one movie a night at 8 o'clock.
And then it shut down at 11 o'clock.
And after 10 o'clock,
really? Yeah, Belgium same shit.
TV was dying.
It's over. There's no 24-hour chance.
Like, go to sleep.
And one day, all my friends, it was in Haiti, I remember, when my apartment was my TV. All my friends, maybe 15, 20 in my apartment, waiting to MTV to go on. Yeah.
It was announced? You knew it was going to go on?
Yeah, of course. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
But we were on the front of the TV, and once again,
wow, MTV came on.
MTV.
That was something.
And the first song was Radio. I don't know.
Your video killed the radio star. That was the first song. Wow. And that changed everything forever.
It changed everything for everyone.
I was very young, but my babysitter girl, I was there like the first week of MTV, and she was glued, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
We never have
music videos, like
we didn't have
lifestyle stuff, like everyone looking good, New York stuff, London stuff.
We didn't have music video before that.
It didn't exist.
No, it's the first time we were seeing Madonna dancing and in a music video. It was the first time. But we need to remember something. MTV is the first one who bring the real TV too.
Reality TV,
the shit, they are the first one.
Yeah.
They bring a lot to us for the music, but
they also fucked it.
They also fuck it because
it's
when
really
you are
bad. Lionel, I don't know. I think we met. When did we meet? 15 years ago, something like this.
Yeah, long time ago.
It was at the end, like because right before I met you, as a skateboarder, I was had agent everything, so I was skateboarding, and then also sometimes acting a little bit. But small, not really, just lifestyle stuff in all these videos, And then, so back then, I go on castings, it's like 3-4 castings a week for commercial music video. And I'd see the same guys all the time, the same chicks, same guys. Hey, later, let's go to Deluxe. Let's go to Star Shoes. Let's go to this. Let's go to Coenga. We all get familiar. We do jobs together. It's the same people, some cool kids, some dweeby kids. Doesn't matter. And we do jobs, we hang out. Then all of a sudden, reality TV kicked in. And literally almost overnight, but overnight then was maybe 2 months. I go to a casting. Normally there's 6-7 people in front of me. I have my call time to see the casting director. That's it. But all of a sudden there's like, whoa, there's like 100 people here. And it was the casting wave of all the reality people stayed. They stayed in LA. So on a casting level, I lost a lot of friends in a way. I also lost a lot of jobs because all of a sudden it's me and 250 people instead of me and 60 people.
Yeah, it was. Right? It went to start to see normal people.
Yeah.
On a show.
Yeah.
Like not an actor, but normal people.
But not like I had a talent, skateboarding. I booked so many things.
But no.
But all of a sudden, like Billy Bob and Peggy Sue, to be funny. They all stayed, and we're all like, "Wait, what's this?" And that to me, like hand in hand with the MTV going reality, like fully, like it changed LA also. And I think you must have felt that.
It changed the world.
You must have felt that too on the shooting side.
Because when I don't have any TV, I never have a cable.
Me neither.
Since I moved to LA, never, because I think TV is terrible.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really bad. And I'm lucky now to have like Apple TV. We're lucky to have Apple TV, Amazon Prime.
I like that too.
And you choose what you look and you choose what you listen, because we can do that now. And I think it's like everything when it's too much, it's too much, it's like the social media and everything. I think sometimes we need to drop the phone and to watch less TV and to
connect with nature, and walk, leave it at the house.
Yeah, because you know what, guys, I'm gonna say something. Since I can remember, I was driving moto. Every time, motorcycle. If I'm really stressed and everything, I used to take my moto and I used to drive to Malibu and to the mountain and everything. And when you drive a moto, you don't think about all the bullshit, because you need to focus. To drive moto is only two wheel, and you have the wind on your face, and you enjoy. You are always a smile when you drive a moto, you're smiley. And I cannot drive a moto today. I sell my moto, my two moto, because every people is on the phone when they drive.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Every people is on the phone looking at the Instagram. Wait 1 second. Wait 10 minutes. When I come, texting, they need to see the next Instagram, the next stuff when they are driving.
Yeah.
What the F?
Yeah. Everyone that I know that has a moto, always minimum one accident.
But I'm gonna tell you something. In a few years, I think they're gonna limit the time of people to look stuff. It's not possible.
You think they're gonna limit?
Yeah.
Who's gonna limit?
Nah.
No.
Free speech.
No, it's too much money.
It's just too much politics behind it.
Yeah, it's too much money.
Like, it's free speech. That's like limiting. That's like too much government control.
It's difficult, but I think we will be wiser in a few years, and we'll limit ourselves. So at this point. Lionel,
I think we're just old people, Yeah, we're just melancholic,
Have we been complaining for the last 2 years?
Yeah, we are just all people complaining about stuff.
I remember when you gotta go, and that's where I got my note
internet's
from.
The devil.
But you know what? I spend like many hours on my computer and many hours on my cell phone. I have my iPhone next to me. Is my best friend,
yes.
And I think it's a wonderful tool because it's crazy, what you can do with an iPhone. Even in the science fiction movies, they never thought something was going to be like an iPhone.
It's the wisdom of the world.
Yeah,
in your pocket. That's crazy.
It's amazing, But we need to usually use it like with caution, like
sparingly,
not in too much,
like LSD.
Yeah. But
moderation.
My generation is not too much LSD. It's the one before me. Because last time I was with a guy, like 2 days ago, I live in Beverly Hills, and they are like in their 70s and everything. I say, I'm sure you used to make a lot of acid when you're 70. Yes, two a day.
Two a day.
He's 70,
2 trips a day.
Yeah. He's 70, He's a 60, like Jimi Hendrix, Woodstock, 70,
That's a good thing. I'm a big proponent of psychedelics. I always say there's two kinds of people. People that have done psychedelics and people that have not.
No, I mean, it's funny because all these 70, 60, 70, 80 people, they used to be 20, 30, and 70.
Right.
And there was a period it was like all
they were
psychedelics, the Pink Floyd, acid, mushroom, lot of drug. It was a lot of drug and sex,
That's
and
not a bad thing.
Or if you see an old guy, don't think he's not cool.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm speaking to the young people here. Maybe he did some really cool stuff.
I always love
really cool trip.
I always love wondering at old people. Like, look, you have a past, man. It's not because you can barely walk now that you went through some shit. You got a story.
No, you need to speak to old people. You're gonna laugh.
That's my favorite.
There's so many funny story. And this guy is 70. And I start to speak, and we laugh so much. And he said, I used to make 1 or 2 acid a day, And now he's looking like a grandpa, And he has stuff. And he used to listen to Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that,
This is cool. Lionel, since I got you here, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
But something, because, we've been friends a while, and there's a parallel there with immigration, with, like making something happen and staying somewhere. So that tells me the thing about that is persistence, right? When is it time to go home?
I think,
or is it ever time to go home? And what do you do on days where you're like, you know what, fuck all this shit. What am I doing here?
I'm gonna say something. We're speaking about immigration. Chase and me, we have something in common. We used to have a secret.
Yes.
We used to be illegal. We went legally in the country, and after at one point we used to be illegal. We overstay, and we used to be illegal. And it's another world because you cannot go out. You need to be careful. You need to stuff. But we are lucky. We are like East Belgium, French, But if you look at other countries, we have way more problem to come in this country. But for me, America was always, when I was watching the movie and everything, the Indian and the cowboy and everything. For me, America, it was a dream country. It's a country you go, and you for make it, to make it big, it's so many dreams. All my when I grew up with America. America was a big deal, and still for me is a big deal. And if you work hard here, you can do something about it. And like we say, if you make it in America, you make it everywhere, you know. Yeah. But for me, it was really hard for my paper, and now I understand like a lot of migrants and why it's a difficult it's a difficult time right now for the migrants, but I think it's delicate to speak about immigration. But I want to say, you are not alone, guys.
If you're listening, and
you're not alone, because it was really difficult for me and for Chase to get our paper. It took many years. I couldn't travel. He couldn't travel, and every time we used to say, I say, "Oh,
how are you doing? Where you at?
I cannot have nothing. Man. It's still the same. Oh, I want to go back so much. All my grandpa, my grandma died. I couldn't get home, because I was illegal. I couldn't take a plane.
You see that?
This is everybody.
Alors, it's not.
I know that's not the case, but
it's pretty hard, I didn't see my family for years, and
it's crazy.
Still, it was not something. And there is a lot of people, and we contribute. I think we contribute, for what we did,
respectively in our arts. Like this is like, because there's a lot of situations with different immigration policies in different countries. Europe, country to country is different. America now is going down a certain path, but when you move to a place, right, and for some reason you're there to make something happen, it is fueled by so much more than what people think when they, that's Lionel. I know him. He's from France. No, it goes deeper than that. Even though you may know, you may not know, we're from other places, and we came here because there was an attraction, there was a possibility in our heart, right? We made to make the move is already difficult. Incredible. Yeah. Most people stay at the bar. That's it. They can play for the rest of their lives. In your case, same as in my case. But then when you get here, that's when the trouble begins.
Yeah.
And so to stay here that long and to create like what you've created, Lionel, like, wow, you've shot the best of the best. Your work is
that's special,
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, but now
aside from that, but that's also like to get to do what you were able to do is already fantastic. But also as a person, as a human being, as we heard here today, fantastic human being.
But I want to see for the people who have a dream like me, who doesn't live here, who just never give up, guys.
Yeah.
For me, it was a really difficult road, because I lose a lot of work because of this. Because
you can't shoot outside the country.
No, I never say to anyone, to nobody. No, nobody used to know I was not. No. I was an illegal, and
same.
And but I always pay my tax. Always been. I never did bad stuff, I always contribute, but just never give up. One day or the other, if you really want it, you can do it. But it's not going to be easy, guys.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. And that's aside from the creative life, which is already not easy,
Just don't give up. And for me, America still the dream,
Yeah.
I think it's the only place right now or you can come and still dreaming, And it's sad it's some people who try to destroy this dream right now, but don't give up, guys. It's going to be all right.
Keep dreaming.
That's it. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
From our young master,
Yeah.
Lionel. How do Americans say your last name in America?
Lionel.
No, that's your first name. Last name.
The lawyer.
Deluy. Deluy.
No, it's Deluy.
How did they say it?
Deluy. And so one woman couldn't understand one day. I was speaking a long time ago, and I say, Lionel Deluy. Say, ooh, Lionel Deluy. Ooh, Lionel, like Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
You are Lionel Richie? It's Lionel Richie. So, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Lionel.
Well, in any case, brother, thank you for coming on. We've enjoyed it so much. Where can people find you online? If they want to check all your work.
Now it's Instagram,
Is Insta, his website
it's
is everywhere?
LionelDeluy. And go on Google and you can see all my information. But
I heard a random fact about you before you leave. You did Merce's album cover?
Oh, yeah.
He took me and my brother on our first tour.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know Merce.
I love Merce.
Shouts to Merce.
Merce. I did.
Nick,
yeah, and it's
Nick Carter.
I used to be really friend with Merce. And I used to be really, I don't know if you know Kat Von D, she's a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And one day, Kat called me and said, Lionel, I'm going to make this. Try to break the world record of the more tattoo in 24 hours. It was for charity and everything.
Yeah.
Do you want to come, please? And I was one of the first. It was, I think, her sister, her boyfriend. I was the third of the.
So she was going to do a record of how many tats in 24 days?
This tattoo.
Voilà.
She did it for 24 hours.
Wow.
24 hours, and it was people sleeping on the street for a day to have this tattoo,
tattoo.
Yeah, for her, for free,
That's amazing.
It was just LA, It's a LA.
And she did LA on everybody?
Yeah, the same, this one.
Dope.
For 24 hours. Yeah. But she asked me if I can come. I say, okay. And I say, Merce, you want to come with me? He said, yeah. Alors, if you see Merce,
he has one.
You're going to see the same tattoo.
No,
you know he did the 24-hour rap.
Ah, yeah?
For Guinness Book of
World
Records.
I love it.
Yeah? He was probably inspired by this.
He did it live, 24 hours of rapping.
He's a really talented, really, really nice guy. If you don't know Merce, I think a lot of people know Merce,
Yeah.
Merce.
He's on tour right now. I think he's actually going to be in LA soon. But he gave me and my brother one of our first shots at our dream.
I'm going to say to you, at one point, if you go out, guys, you're going to think we are all connected. You're always going to meet someone who knows someone and everything, Alors, just turn off the iPhone, Trust me. And
turn off the iPhone
better,
movement starts here.
All these relationships, all this, my phone was
at least for 18 minutes.
I got to make some t-shirt, turn out the
iPhone. That was Papa.
Go on the iPhone.
That was Papa Lionel Deluy.
I'm going to check my Instagram,
All right, that's it, everybody. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, 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 peace.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
So there it was. That's my man, Lionel. Go check his workout. You've seen it already. Like, he shot for everyone, publicized all over the world. And I think that was pretty interesting. Immigrant mentality. He did it. You can do it too. As always, you can find us on Instagram at Happy No Fear. I'm your host, Chase, at The Art of Chase on all the platforms. Until next week, I can't wait. Bye-bye.